Win bull market, am I right? Anyways, guys, in today's video, I'm going to go over some bull run 2020 question mark narratives. So these are some narratives that I'm looking at for the future and for the next bull run in crypto. Anyways, guys, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. And of course, at any given time, these narratives do change, especially with the crypto markets. They're extremely fast moving, so you always have to be nimble and stay up to date. Let's go and get into this. So, the crypto markets. Crypto is extremely cyclical. And right now, of course, as you can see, we're in a bear cycle. How do you know if it's a bear market or a bull market? Well, in a bull market, it tends to go up, and in a bear market, it goes down. It's pretty obvious, but keep in mind, bull markets are for selling, bear markets are for buying. Not financial advice, of course. Now, do I think the markets are going to go down more? Me personally, I do, but I already have crypto exposure, so just in case, if it does go up, I'm okay. If it goes down, I also have some bullets on the side to buy some more. Again, the best times to accumulate are in the bear, and the best times to sell are in the bull. With the market sideways, right now is a great time to see some of crypto's current problems and the ones that are well positioned to solve them. These are 5 different narratives I'm focusing on. I wanted to include this tweet. I'll explain it later. But the TLDR is, notice how 2017, the best performing crypto assets were Ripple, NIM, Ardor, Stellar, Dash. You probably don't even know what these are from this bull market in 2021 to 2022. People know what Ripple is, but the point is Ripple was probably one of the worst performers of this market. Same thing with Dash. The only exception from this list, or 2 exceptions, are going to be Ethereum and Binance Coin. Both of these did extremely well. So this goes to say that the winners of today are not necessarily going to be the winners of tomorrow. This is part of the thought process in the narratives I'm focusing on. Just like the first bull cycle, Bitcoin was the winner. Well, it was the only one. The next bull cycles are not necessarily the same as the previous. So in 2017, these were the winners. And in 2021, XRP, Dash, Litecoin, these are basically the worst performers in the markets, with an exception to ETH and BNB. So the first narrative I'm looking at is interoperability. This is like your Polkadot, your Cosmos coins, etc. Interoperability is big, especially with the #1 problem in crypto being around hacks. And most of the hacks occur with bridges. In fact, the largest hacks have occurred with bridges. So this is why I'm bullish on interoperability. It saves a bunch of money, it's much easier, and it's just more efficient. I would also consider multi-chain protocols a part of the interoperability as well, because we're going to have a multi-chain future. These are going to be protocols like Aave, Curve, MyFinance, just to name a few. Now, going back to interoperability, the main reason why I like interoperability is that one chain's failure or DEX doesn't cause the whole chain to go down. And there's also less hacks. So on Osmosis, which is built on Tendermint on Cosmos, basically if Osmosis went down, it wouldn't have any effect on any of the other Cosmos chains. Osmosis would just go down, the network would halt, whatever, and everyone else's chain is still running. It's just better, and it's a more efficient solution. And again, the future is going to be multi-chain. And specifically, having a chain that's specified towards that particular DEX or DApp is even better. Stablecoins. This is the second narrative I'm looking at. There is always a need for a reserve currency. Just like we have the dollar, the internet needs a stable currency. The dollar is the stable currency of the real world, but time will tell. We'll see what happens, who's going to be the stable currency of the internet. I even like protocols that control stable coins. These are going to be like Curve, Aave, Convex. Mainly in general, around these, they have a diversified exposure. Because USDC, let's say that is the selected stablecoin, or let's say Tether is the selected stablecoin. Well, Curve and Aave and Convex, they don't care. They have exposure to all of the different stablecoins. So if one of them ends up being successful, they don't care. Or if some other token ends up being the de facto stablecoin of the internet, They don't care. They just provide liquidity, and they're providing the picks and the shovels for that token to survive and thrive. I also like protocols looking to innovate and create their own stablecoins. This is like Aave, Curve, Frax, etc. Now, the next narrative I'm looking at is under-collateralized loans. This is just how society advances. If you go back in history, it always goes into a credit-based system, and then usually it crashes after that. That's typically how it rolls. And the reason for that is because it's kicking the can down the road, and eventually people can't pay for it. But the same concept will apply. Under-collateralized loans are going to eventually happen, in my opinion. The reason for this is it's just more capital efficient, and it's just what's happened throughout time in history. This will probably be catered to something like an Aave or a Compound at first, ones that have stood the test of time and are stronger competitors in the space. And also Aave has already rumored at having a KYC'd dApp, a separate dApp just for investors aside from other individuals who are not KYC'd. So a KYC'd one and a non-KYC'd. This has already been rumored. So having a system that has under-collateralized loans. So how could this play out? Well, potentially with soul-bound tokens or NFTs. These could play a role in this, and basically what they are tokens or NFTs that are sent into your wallet that cannot be transferred, that stay in there. And they could stand for some sort of credit-based system. Like you get this token if you repaid 20 loans, or this token if you did 30 loans, etc. Now I know what you're saying. Well, can't they just change a wallet if they stop repaying their loan? Yeah, they could, but there's probably going to be some sort of implementation of KYC, of being able to know who that customer is that you're working with. Of course, time will tell. We'll see what happens, but the main concept I'm looking at is under-collateralized loans. Now, the next narrative is derivatives. This market is huge. Here's a visualization of the markets. This is silver. This is cryptocurrency. This is military spending. This is the US budget. This is coins and banknotes. This is the Fed's balance sheet. It's probably more than that now. This is billionaires. This is gold. This is the Fortune 500. Stock markets, money supply. Global debt, nice. It's probably more than that too. Global real estate, global wealth. And then you have derivatives. This long set of boxes. So basically the value of the derivatives market is around, well, actually it's probably over $1 quadrillion. So something to keep in mind. Some derivatives. This is the one I'm most bullish on. And this is going to be in the form of synthetic assets, futures, options, etc. Protocols like Synthetics offering synthetic assets and zero slippage trading, or protocols like DopeX offering different option strategies to deploy and capitalize in the markets, or even something like Lyra Finance or Quinta, where you can trade different synthetic assets, or you can even simply just trade options. If you haven't learned about options or you don't understand options, check out some of the previous videos I've made on YouTube, as well as some of these Substack articles. It will give you a better understanding of them and how to use them to your advantage. Basically get paid to buy the dips and sell the rips. Now, the last one is sustainable yields. Protocols going forward can't just say, yeah, deposit into this yield farm and you get a bunch of money. This is so cool. Well, yeah, this will still be done, but most have learned to properly yield farm. And even then, some people don't yield farm properly. It's just how greed works. But it just won't be the same. People understand how the game works. They will game the system, and there's other hedge funds that will do it for you if you aren't going to win at the game. One of them is like Alameda Research. If you aren't taking profits, they'll take your profits. So there will still be these types of farms, but people are going to be smarter about it. And if there aren't people smarter about it, there will be hedge funds out there that are smarter about it. So think of Alameda and what they did to the yield farming at the end of the bull run. If you weren't with them, you were basically getting wrecked. So in summary, no, these are not the only protocols, projects, tokens, and narratives that I'm looking at. These are just a few that I'm looking at. But who knows? Crypto moves so fast, maybe a month or even 2 months or even a week down the road, a whole entire new narrative could develop and come out of this. You just have to be nimble, notice the trends, Crypto is fast moving technology, and every day is a new learning experience. Some other narratives I didn't even mention would be like privacy, tokenization, etc. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what you guys think of the video in the description below. What narratives are you guys looking at? And if you guys could, smash up the like. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to stay updated with more videos like this. And let's hit you guys with a wisdom one-liner. Proverbs chapter 12, verses 27. The lazy do not roast any game, but the diligent feed on the riches of the hunt. Guys, be diligent, be good, don't be lazy. Peace.